It seems today that all you see violence in movies.
This weekend alone, we made 133 total arrests.
Yo, you can't park here, cuz! Yo, you can't park here!
Is where you should be.
We sold R&B on 6s, not those tickets. Those are not our tickets.
And they scamming people talking, oh no, you need an extra $100. These tickets that y'all bought is not from us.
Okay, y'all, so I'm gonna give y'all the story time on why hospital.
We're trying to explain to them, like, hey, we booked the section. We can't contact the girl. We're not on the list. They're like, back up,
My boss is 30 years old. Trying to take you with me, doing big things, wearing chains, you should run. Spring break, Houston, we're having some fun.
Okay, yes ma'am. I filed a complaint because I got very ill from Mama Tina's Gumbo stand at the rodeo. So I'm calling to speak to the investigator.
Okay, so at this point, I think we can all hold hands and collectively say that something about spring break this year feels extremely off. And I started to notice it when my entire feed was just flooded with different videos coming out of Houston, these different fights that were breaking out during spring break, people complaining about the crowds and the experience, the security having to be increased. And so at first I thought, okay, well, maybe this was just one particular situation. Maybe it was just the rodeo. I mean, this is Houston and there's almost always something going on and something to complain about. But then I kept seeing more videos, more crowds, more traffic, more people saying the same exact thing. And then I started to see it happening in other places too, like Daytona Beach, where thousands of people are showing up all at once. And even at one point, people were literally running in panic because of how chaotic things really got. And so that's when I started to realize, wait, this is not just Houston, okay? Thankfully, this is something bigger that's going on right now. Okay, so let's start off with Houston, because Houston becoming like a spring break destination like this needs to be studied in detail, because traditionally Houston was not really the place, where people were flying in to enjoy their spring break like they are this year. Yeah, it's a fun city. People come for vacation. You do the rodeo, you do the day events, you might do brunch, you do the nightlife, and then you go home. But now you've got people coming in from all over, flocking in droves. Like someone sent out some kind of private notice saying, hey, come to spring break. And we all know that no one from Houston is actually saying that, because they are actually saying the exact opposite.
Oh, we finna. Yeah, y'all need to go ahead and go to back home. Yeah, y'all got Houston overflooded. We got too many people. Go to home.
But on paper and when you budget, I can understand, because nightlife events like the rodeo, restaurants, day parties, compared to places like Miami, it feels more accessible and a lot more affordable, mostly because it was never really ready to become like a spring break destination. And so the prices are not as high. But now you've got influencers flocking in from all parts of the country, doing the most, overcrowding these events, creating traffic, creating longer wait times, forcing security to beef up even more, shutting down Mama Tina's Gumbo shop, changing the whole entire rodeo dress code, and just creating chaos all over the place. Like, is this Gen Z's way of having fun? Like getting rowdy, getting into fights, getting arrested? Like, is that what the fun is looking like right now? Are we that caged in that the moment we have a little bit of outside, we just go buck wild crazy? Like, that's what I see right now.
Oh my. Just giving it out.
We sold R&B on 6s, not those tickets. Those are not our tickets. I don't handle my shit.
Okay, so Sakai is like this hot spot out here in Houston. It's really hot. They've got like a pool. They go viral all the time. People are, having these big parties and, people dancing, having fun, jumping in the pool and stuff. So this person is saying that she got scammed. They're not accepting tickets from Eventbrite. She paid all this money and she can't even get in.
That's a good point. And I'm a very logical nigga. But if I'm honestly telling you, that's not how we ran and we go through. So how can I give you information?
I told y'all. It's the line. Who's not
Yes, they just gave us.
So we just paid an extra $100 and then we got to pay an extra $40.
We got our money back. Paid $175 for the passes. We paid for the skip line passes. Then we gave y'all $100.
We could have got a section, but okay.
Hey, come on. Yes.
And they scamming people something. Oh no, you need an extra $100. These tickets that y'all bought is not from us. They came from y'all mother website.
What's her name? Lucky?
It's crazy. Everybody here on this line is from out of town. I know, because everyone that lives in Houston is home. Like, nobody's out there fighting these crowds. Like, it does not make sense.
If you haven't met me, get in line. You're not staying right there. These first two sections right here. You're not staying right there, but you are not doing time.
The Houston Health Department temporarily shut down Mama Tina's Gumbo booth at the Houston Rodeo because of a complaint. We spoke to people, and here's what they told us.
We found out halfway through our bowl, so maybe it would have made a second guess had we found out beforehand. But also, things happen, and I'm all for somebody who gets back up when they fall down.
I hate it happen. I hate that is on their name. That stain is on their name.
I didn't know they was. I never knew.
Didn't know that.
Okay, yes, ma'am. I filed a complaint because I got very ill from Mama Tina's Gumbo stand at the rodeo. So I'm calling to speak to the investigator.
Okay, give me a quick minute. Let me transfer you over.
Okay, y'all. So as y'all can see, my eyes is swollen. I got the extreme, I got the bubble guts. I done took all type of diarrhea medicine. All type of medicine to get better, and I'm not better. So we get to the rodeo. I literally just got off the phone with the health department, and I paid $5 for a bottle of water and $27 for Mama Tina Gumbo, the seafood gumbo with the blue crab, the shrimp, the chicken, and the sausage. We get there. I eat the gumbo. It was soupy as water. It looked like it's watered down for real, but I'm like, okay, we still gonna try it. I get the gumbo. I'm like, okay, this is like a soup. But I'm like, okay, I just spent $27. So I already got it like that. So I'm like, okay, I'm finna eat the fucking gumbo. So I ate the meat out of it. Then when it was at the end, it was just the rice and the broth. I threw that away. And so I'm like, okay, that's nasty. But at the end of the day, I'm like, okay, it's 3:30 when I eat the gumbo. By 10 o'clock, I'm starting to feel like, I keep burping. Every time I burp, I taste the gumbo. I'm like, okay, I'm hot. First, I was hot. I was sweating. The fight broke out. People started running. Had to escape behind the damn tent through the back way. That's a whole nother story.
Imagine you have the bubble guts, and now you have to run for your life at the rodeo.
And so as soon as we got back to our car, I'm like, hold on, pull over. I gotta throw up. When we went back, I got out the car again. I'm like, hold on, I gotta throw up. Y'all, something don't feel right. My mouth is watery. I don't feel good. Something ain't right with me. I don't know, y'all. It was like an out-of-body experience. I thought I was going to die. I swear to God on everything I love. It's so crazy. I had the chills immediately after I threw up. So I threw up blood, then I had the chills.
Okay, y'all, so I'm gonna give y'all the story time on why in the hospital. Went to a club last night called The Address. My drink gets spiked off of 2 shots, right? So I don't even remember anything of me in the club anymore. I just remember at one point I was throwing up. overly bad. So me and my homegirl cousin, what's her name? Her name Pumpkin, but she go by Pump. She from Mississippi, right? So me and her get into it because I don't really recall, but it was just so much going on. Like I feel like everybody was getting like just against me. Everybody yelling at me about this and this and that. Mind you, I'm y'all. It's not a drunk fuck. This is somebody put something in my drink. I don't know what's going on. So me and her popping it. Well, she's saying, I'm saying my. So eventually, I end up calling her a because you are. So y'all, I kid you not, turned on like think that hurt. So y'all, I'm in the front seat. I could tell this fighting. So I'm like, bro, just wait till I sober up. Just wait till I sober up. Da da da. She not going. But the other girls that are my homegirl cousins, they were trying to avoid the fight. They kept trying to grab her. And y'all, when I say the built like Debo, you need a grown man to hold back. Dead.
So let's do a story time of how Sakai stole my money. Me and my homegirls paid February 14th, $200. Mind y'all, we pre-booked for a section at Sakai week 1. Look at my hair. I paid $200. It's pouring, raining. So me and my homegirls paid $60 to get there. We Uber. We didn't drive our cars. We didn't want to drive home drunk. Anyways, we get there. I'm like, hi, my name's Nova Love. I have a section here. The workers look. She's like, ma'am, you're not on here. I'm like, what you mean you don't have me here? She's like, your bottle girl did not put you on the list. I'm like, yeah, they sent me proof that they put me in the group chat. I'm on the list. We're on the list. They're like, ma'am, I'm sorry. There's nothing we can do about it. You need to contact your bottle girl. Contact the bottle girl? Okay, let me try that. I'm calling this girl named Loveberry. I don't know her name on Instagram, but I'm going to attach it because I don't keep up with her. I'm calling her. She's not answering. Mind you, I text her when I was 25 minutes away. I said, hey, I'm 25 minutes away. She said, okay. Pouring, raining. I want y'all to see what I looked like before I went there. Because if you go to Sakai, this will be you.
I believe her because it happened to get cold and like we had like this huge cold front and rain happen when everybody came down to Houston. So I get it. It was cold that week and it was out of the norm, honestly. But around this time, it is a little tricky. So people just need to know that when they come out to Texas, we're still going through a lot of highs and lows, but it will be summertime tomorrow.
And we finna get on these security bouncers, whatever the these wanna be. We're trying to explain to them like, hey, we booked the section. We can't contact the girl. We're not on the list. They don't give a They're like, back up, ma'am, back up. I don't care, back up. Her name's not on the list. Back up. I'm like, sir, no, wait. We paid $200. We on the list. Oh, I don't care. Get back up. Mind you, it's raining. They're pushing us from underneath the shade into the rain. What is going on right now? My homegirls are looking at me because I booked it. I'm looking at them. They looking at me. I'm looking at them. They looking at me. I don't know what to say.
We told y'all in February, before y'all decided to make Houston the spring break spot of the week, we told y'all, do not come down here. They be scamming people. The H in Houston stands for hustle. We told y'all the clubs be scamming. You have to.
Now, let me just clear this up. Not all of Houston is like this, okay? You have that in the inner city. Like, there is a Houston that is outside of the city. Like, we don't have those issues in the suburbs, okay? So just know when you come out to Houston, it's not all of that.
We told y'all that there is traffic 7 days of the week. There is not a single day where it's slow outside. Everybody's outside. And not only did we tell y'all multiple times that the clubs be scamming people, we also said that you're not going to get help from security. And why is that? Because security
HPD, baby. It's the Houston Police Department, and they be in on it too. I feel bad for none of y'all. So I heard a story that somebody paid $2,300 for a section, $4,500 for a section at Sakai. Then they're selling y'all sections to the highest bidder. Imagine paying $4,500 and then somebody outbids you for your section. We literally told y'all, do not come down.
And just when you thought Houston was the only one on the hot seat, all right? Thankfully, it's not. When we take a look at Daytona Beach, it's the same vibe, just a different location. You've got thousands of people that are showing up, crowds that are getting out of control, over 100 arrests that were reported over the weekend. And then you have situations where people are literally running for their lives because they thought that something serious was actually happening. And again, it wasn't necessarily a structured and planned out event. It was more like this gathering that just grew very quickly and out of control. And so that's where it all clicks, that this is not just one city anymore. It's about how these events are just happening now, almost like becoming random pop-up events.
This weekend alone, we made 133 total arrests. 84 of them in Daytona Beach, 49 of them in New Smyrna Beach. A lot of people out there, and the chief counted over 20 encounters where we may have stopped somebody for an open container who was an adult, who said to us, I want to let you know, I got my gun in my backpack. And there's nothing wrong with that. You can carry your gun concealed. They can carry a weapon open carry. So it's a new generation in dealing with spring break. If they're legal to possess a firearm, they can carry it concealed or they can carry it open. And that's what we had out there. There were a lot of people armed with guns on top of the bad guys armed with guns.
If your name is Aaliyah Brooks, Volusia County Sheriff's Office is looking for you for hosting this spring break takeover event in Daytona Beach because I told y'all to come back and clean that trash up. This man has your information and face plastered all over social media and all over the police departments in Volusia County. He said he sent you out a cease and desist prior to this event happening, but you failed to acknowledge the cease and desist and you proceeded with the takeover anyway. So therefore, he's coming after you and anybody else that was attached to you for this takeover. He said, find a new career. But I go ahead and let him tell you because he tell the story better than me.
Pops up here this weekend. I'm coming after your Tesla first, and then we're going after the rest of your money to pay for this thing. My folks in the Real-Time Crime Center, my special events coordinator in Daytona Beach, they identified a handful of these promoters, and they sent them registered letters, including 2 that went out last night that we're going to talk about, that basically says what the law is. If you promote an unsanctioned event, and we incur costs of police, fire, EMS, and trash cleanup, you are responsible for the cost of that event. They have gone unanswered. So now, what I would like to do with you here is put them on notice to the world. Here is number 1 offender, Aaliyah Brooks. She got a certified letter basically saying that has come to our attention that you are advertising, promoting, or sponsoring, or organizing, or arranging via social media a Daytona Beach takeover, an unpermitted, unsanctioned event scheduled from March 18th to March 23rd. And it goes on to describe what it means, what an unsanctioned event is, how to get the proper permits, and then it goes on to tell you are further advised that as a sponsor of this event, you will be held legally responsible for the cost associated with supplemental police, fire, EMS, and sanitation services. So Elias is sitting behind a keyboard in Georgia, and I think she fancies herself, this is her new career.
And if you're planning on doing anything like this in the future, just know the state of Florida require permits to do anything. If you want to clean a pool, you need a permit. But Aaliyah Brooks, I think you need to pick up that phone, sir, immediately.
Okay, so I might sound like a grand millennial, but back in my day, my MTV day, spring break used to be very simple. I mean, people generally picked a destination, whether it be more than likely Miami or Cancun, Mexico. They booked the trip, they planned it out, they knew exactly what to expect. Full stop. But now it feels like people are not choosing destinations the same way that they used to. It feels like they're following what's going on on social media and becoming viral. Like someone sees a video and suddenly that place becomes the place that everyone needs to be. And so once that happens, everything changes because now you don't just have controlled crowds anymore. You have waves of pandemonium doing the very most, all in real time. As a parent, I'm looking at this. My heart is nervous for parents. Like, could you imagine your child going out to spring break in one of these places and being one of those that are running for, like, this is disheartening. So this is where influencers come in. And I'm going to be very sensitive in this area because as someone who works online and produces content for social media, I get the side of wanting that content to perform well, right? Because it's your job. But the way just about anyone is picking up a phone now, hit and record, and using their influence to create drama and mayhem is absolutely crazy, okay?
All right, Houston spring break, bro. Everyone's getting content, everyone's filming. It's a lot going on. There's a lot of content creators in town just getting content. Yeah, it's a vibe, right? The whole city's lit today. Okay, taking pictures, collaborating, got their microphone mic'd up. Okay, so anyways, there's a lot of people out here filming, getting content, just linking up. A lot of creators came to Houston for spring break to meet other creators, and they can film. And it's like a whole vibe. They brought their own security with them. See? Little bulletproof vest on, they brought their own security. And there's a lot of streamers. It's a vibe. If you're not in Houston for spring break, like, where are you at?
So because social media shapes a lot of what we think, we've got these influencers coming in, creating narratives and perspectives that other people leave thinking about a certain, location based on what their favorite influencer said or whatever story time they came up with, which could be facts or could be absolute made up stuff. I mean, they show up in crowds, they highlight the most exciting and even chaotic moments. And so that content does go viral fast. And so you have people now thinking, oh, well, I mean, if that person is there, then I need to be there too. And so now what you have is even more people show up. Things get even more crazy. It gets posted, it goes viral, and then even more people show up. And then there's this loop that continues happening where the experience is no longer being shaped by the location, right? It's now being shaped by what goes viral on social media, or people just making the trip just to create content and say that they were there. And so it almost feels like spring break has been TikTokified, right? And that's just a made up word. But my absolute favorite comment is this person's comment here where they said spring break died with MTV. And I think all of us millennials can gather together, hold each other's hand and say amen. Now, to be fair, not everyone is having the worst time of their lives, right? There are people who are genuinely enjoying the energy. We still have people enjoying the nightlife. Like, there are still good moments here. But what really stands out is how split that experience has become. Because some people are having a good time and then others are leaving like, I'm never coming to that city again. That city scared me. I left with all types of health concerns. It's crazy in these social media streets. And so I think that's the part that really stands out the most, that spring break didn't just change. The way that people decided where to go during spring break changed. And so once that happens, the entire vibe changes too. Because now you're not just going somewhere, you're actually stepping into something that was built online first. So that's all that's going on right now in spring break. It's a lot going on, but I wanted so much to come here and talk about it with you guys. But what do you think? What do you think about this spring break? Have you been to any of the destinations? Have you noticed any crazy, experiences in your city, traffic? Like, I know a lot of people that, I live amongst are complaining about the traffic because all of these out of towners coming here, flocking for spring break, stopping traffic, doing the most in traffic. Like, what do you guys see? What do you guys experience? I'm so excited to know. Let us know down below in the comment section, all right? And what was spring break like for you if you don't partake this time, all right? I want to know. Let us know down below, okay? Thank you so much for watching this video. Please share with a fellow friend or family or anyone who might enjoy this video, and stay tuned for many more as we will be deep diving more into what's going on right now. Thank you so much for watching, and we will talk in the comment section on the way out and see each other in the next video.